Good morning, YouTube, and welcome to another week in the life of running a dealership, NG Supercars.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
Today is Monday, July 27th, and we're going to be doing a lot of stuff this week. And thankfully, for once, at the moment, I am not flying anywhere this week. I do not want to go anywhere this week. I am very, very tired of flying. So let me show you what we got going on, give you the status of the shop. We'll bring you along as we buy and sell cars, work on cars, and actually work on the shop this week. So we got a couple of projects going on with the shop. So first off, do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and check out normalguysupercar.com, our parts and services website, and ngsupercars.com, our dealership website. We do appreciate all of your support. You guys have been awesome and supported us for many, many years, actually almost a decade now. So we really do thank you. Let me show you what's going on. All right. Randy is working on the power steering pump on that yellow car, so he got the conversion, looks like mostly done. So I think the power steering pump might be one of the last few items, and then that car can be completed, which would be great. Yeah, it's actually interesting deal on that car. So the guy sent it here to get converted, and it's actually being sold. We get that a lot. Some people send their cars here, and they're like, all of a sudden someone's like, hey, I saw that car in the shop, and I want to make an offer on it, and well, that kind of happened. So great. This car in line to get conversion, got its inspection done. It's just waiting its turn in line. The Super G, we have plans for it. It is not for sale. Please don't ask for how much. We don't know yet. This car is getting a bunch of sticky buttons done. You can see we've got the parts all torn out. So yeah, taking care of all that sticky stuff. We also noticed that the rear struts are blown, so I'm gonna talk to him, see if he wants us to replace those. This car, in line to get a conversion. Can't remember if there's anything else. We're doing a couple other things. Oh, like time belt service and some other stuff. Cole is hanging shit on the wall. Something like that. This car is in line to get converted. This one's super clean, only 5,000 something miles. Excellent example. Got the interior torn out, as you can see. So it's already underway a little bit. Still got to remove all that stuff, so that will happen. We just bought this car, and hilariously, the day the car arrived, so Josh went up to Dallas and bought this car, trailers at home. The next morning, the guy who bought that car from us happened to be here when this car was being unloaded and is like, how much for that car? So he bought that car too. Because why have one Ferrari when you can have both? I mean, I like that idea. So yeah, it's sold. This car is actually for sale. So Josh picked this car up in Oregon. We had a deal for it. The deal, I don't know, kind of fizzled out, I'm gonna say. So Josh is just pulling some data off the computers, and this car, we're gonna list it for sale. It'll be, well, by the time this video comes out, it probably won't be for sale, but we're gonna be doing a short of it today. We'll get it out there, and I'm sure someone will buy it because it's super nice example, really high spec, very, very clean, and only 2 owners. Very cool car. Another 360 here to get conversion, and clutch job and a bunch of other work on that 430 in the corner. John's car, we got to pull the transmission. McLaren is here because it's for sale. So yeah, consignment car, and the black 360 is also sold. So that's all the cars in the shop. You can see we're kind of pretty full. Yeah, we don't have room for anything else right now. So that's why we're doing some organization. We bought some shelves and stuff to get stuff off the floor. Now, the other thing that's going on, which is actually really exciting, is they're working on our building expansion up front. So we're putting in a car wash awning right there where those cars are, so we can actually wash cars in the hot summer and shade and not get totally nasty. They're also doing this. We are having a building extension. So you can see we had this little building right there, and they added all the walls and enclosed it. So check this out. Look at that. Oh, nice. All right. We're going to spray foam this. We're going to add some lights. We'll put in some lifts, and we're going to have a little bit better shop to work with. So this will be really nice. We're going to be able to fit at least 4 cars in here is the plan. We're hoping to be able to fit 4 lifts so we can fit 8 cars in here. But this will just be storage. So we're going to have an AC unit, but that's kind of about it. It's not going to be like totally, like set up for working on cars. It's just for parking cars and keeping them safe. So, obviously we'll have to have like security cameras and all that shit, insulation and ACs because, well, you don't want these cars getting too hot because they fall apart. Sucks, but that's how it is. So very cool. Super excited about this. That's underway, and I don't know when they're going to finish it, but they're making good progress. It looks nice. Yeah, this is looking great. Oh yeah, so happy about that. All right, let me get situated. I got to do some stuff on the computer. Got to write some emails. Had a long travel week last week. I didn't get home until Saturday at like 2 p.m. So half my weekend got messed up. Yeah, this is the stuff you got to do to run your business, right? All right, YouTube. I screwed up and didn't record jack shit today. So it's the end of the day. It's after 5 o'clock. Randy and I are getting out of here. And Randy's playing with his Audi. Yeah. He said there's stuff that's going to fall off on it if he doesn't. So good luck with that. And Randy sold his beater Toyota 4Runner. There it is. Yeah.
My favorite.
Well, it is what it is. It's gone. He got cash.
It's gone.
Don't have to worry about a check clearing or anything like that. So
As long as it's real cash.
It's real cash. Looks real. Yeah. Well, this car, all done with the conversion. Test drive went well. Well, actually, we drove it a couple times. Drives great. Shifts pretty good. Second gear is a little bit notchy. It needs to warm up, and then it's better. We do see that occasionally, especially in second gear. Second gear, for some reason, on Ferraris is a thing. But as it warms up, it gets better. But otherwise, drives really, really well. It actually has an exhaust valve rattle. So we talked to the client, and we're probably going to just weld it. He's like, I don't care. Make it stay open. Okay, we can definitely do that. We can weld it so it stops rattling. So that's probably one thing we're going to do tomorrow. But otherwise, that actually, it's kind of a weird deal. So the guy who owns the car had us do the conversion, and then someone saw it, and they're buying it from him. So we're actually facilitating that transaction too. So it's actually the new owner-to-be who's going to have us weld the valve open. I don't know. Anyway, that whole deal is basically all set. But otherwise, hold the cars in for the night. We'll do some more work tomorrow. I'm going to go home. I had to run to the bank because we were doing some deals today, and we sent multiple wires, and you can only send so much money in wires per day. Otherwise, you have to do it in person. So I had to go to the bank and do that in person. Tomorrow, I got to take the little mini excavator back to our friend Chris because he let us borrow it for a few weeks, and he needs it back. So, yeah. Otherwise, that's it. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, good morning, YouTube. It is Tuesday, July 28th, I want to say. Is that right? Oh, man, I got it right for once. Okay. Well, like I said, sorry about not filming a whole lot yesterday. It was a busy day. Today, going to be a busy day. I know. It's always busy. So, we started hanging stuff on the wall. No, it's not art, although it can be kind of cool looking. So, one of the things that we've been dealing with is you got these big ass bottom panels, and they're really annoying, and you got to put them somewhere. So we finally were like, you know what, we need to just hang them on the wall to get them out of the way, because, yeah. And same thing with diffusers. We want the diffusers to be out of the way so you don't accidentally trip on one or whatever. So there you go. Here's your new wall art. It will be there forever. Well, at least in and out as cars come in and out. Rotating through the wall art. See if you can tell. Look at, ooh. Special. This one's a 458. Those two are 430s. Yay. And then, of course, two 430 diffusers on the wall. Yeah, we might have to hang some other stuff on the wall. We're trying to just get organized. So now we have the new shed up front, and we're going to be able to move some cars out, and we'll be able to hopefully be a little bit more efficient with our service side in here. We're hoping to get better organized and stuff. But that's one of the big things I got to do today. The other thing is I got to film 2 videos. I am behind on videos. Yeah, it's hard to come up with videos. It's hard to film them. It's hard to find time for them. It's a pain in the ass. It's one of the things that is kind of difficult with what we're doing. Is the vlogging is easy because you just talk about what you're doing that day. But coming up with topic videos, you got to research stuff. You got to think about things. You got to plan it. You got to whatever. Come up with stock footage or pictures or all sorts of stuff. So anyway, got some ideas for videos. We're going to try and film those. And then at some point today, I need to take the excavator back to our friend Chris. Since he let us borrow it, he needs it back. So Yeah, I don't want to be keeping his thing for a while, so we need to do that. So Cole is organizing parts. That's like $10,000 in parts right there in his hands.
Yeah, so what the total order was like 19?
The AW order was like 12 or something, but then we had the Ricambi order, then we had the something else order. Oh, and we had the headlights and taillights. Oh, by the way, we are officially selling Morimoto products. We don't have them on the website yet, I don't think, but we have stuff like, check this out. It's a carbon fiber headlight for a 360. And then over here, oh yeah, look at this. Morimoto taillights, hell yeah. So we now can sell their stuff. Eventually we'll put them up on the website and you guys can order them through us. But now if you're getting your car serviced here, we can obviously install them. So yeah, we get the cool, those things are nice, especially in the 430. If you got the 430 and the studs break and all that dumb shit, the Morimoto taillights actually have 4 mounts instead of 3. And there's already factory holes to do all 4. Why they didn't do 4, I don't know. But they're built better, they're more robust, and of course they're LED, so they like look really modern and nice and stuff. It just kind of gives it a little nice touch. I'm a fan of them, big fan of them, and they still look very much original. Like they don't look like some weird ass, you know, aftermarket body kit or some shit. It's just a nice augmentation of the original design to look modern. Very cool. All right, I'm gonna film some videos and do some shit and. Yeah, we'll get the day going. All right, it's a little afternoon. I'm gonna go hook up the trailer and take the excavator to Chris's, get that done and out of the way. And we've got progress being made on the building expansion. So our contractor's here. He's doing actually some more work for us. We came up with some more ideas of things as long as we're like have you doing stuff. So we're actually gonna have him enclose that little shop right there so that we can store shit, do whatever. Actually, you know, like might as well. We got a building, might as well use it. So I guess we're being more efficient use of the property we already have. But I'll show you guys the front building a little bit later. They're making progress on it and it's looking good. It'll probably still be another couple weeks until it's done though. All right, YouTube, it is well after 5 o'clock, as it always is. I am the last one here, finishing up some stuff on the computer. Ordering lifts. Yeah, I'll show you that in a second. Just wanted to show you this. We were working on this for i458, so it came in for stickies. Had all sorts of sticky buttons. So yeah, sticky buttons are a pain in the ass. It takes a lot of effort to get rid of it, so it's pretty expensive. Turns out a lot more work on the 458 than like a 430. So if you have us do stickies on a 458, it's not cheap. Hey, it is what it is. It takes a long time. They've been working on this car for quite a while. Couple days and we're not quite done with it. So that's how much work it is. So, you know, to take apart all the buttons, get them torn down, get them cleaned up, refinish them, all that stuff. It's just a lot of labor, lots and lots of labor. So the funny thing is, let's say we were to send them out, we'd still have most of that, like 3/4 of that labor because you still got to take everything apart. So even if you send a car to us and you want us to send them out to get refinished, like by a company that does really super high quality work, it's even more expensive. God. Ugh. But let me go out to the new building. Oh, God, it's bright. Actually, I shouldn't say new building. It's just the expanded building. So we did talk to Contractor. He is going to enclose that little shop, storage, whatever. We're going to redo the door and some other things so that we can lock it properly and store some crap in there. I mean, it's just like, you know, random shit, exhaust takeoffs and stupid stuff like that. So they are supposed to be painting this building because, as you can see, it's just raw galvanized steel or whatever. So inside the building, all right, here's what's going on. So we're going to have the 2 doors. We got 2 roll-up doors. And then we're actually going to have 4 lifts. So I just ordered the lifts and I did all the measurements and they will fit. Super excited about that. So we're going to have 4 lifts, which means we can store 8 cars in here. That's going to be so helpful. So this will be insulated and air conditioned. We already ordered air conditioner. It's on its way. So we'll have an air conditioner. It's going to be a pretty basic building. It's going to have like electricity, air conditioning, insulation, lights, security cameras. Obviously, if we're storing cars and stuff, we'll have security cameras in this thing. But that's basically about it. It's not going to be like, we don't have any, like the water thing, that's not connected. It never got connected, so we're going to get rid of that. It's not going to have water or, you know, we're not going to use it for much of anything else other than just storing cars. I suppose in an emergency, like if a car was up on the lift and we need to change the oil or do something to it, we could. But that's not really the point. The point is to just be able to store cars safely, not worry about them melting, getting sticky buttons, having shrinking leather and stuff because of exposure to UV and heat and humidity. So that's what we're doing with this building. So it's kind of nice to actually be able to use it. I mean, we've had that thing there forever and it really has not been helping or providing any value. So, you know, we've got this big property. It's over an acre. And, you know, the building's like shoved in the far corner of the property. So we might as well start using that. Now, the other thing that they're going to do is take away the giant dirt heap is going to go bye-bye. Thank God. And the reason we're going to do that is eventually, someday, the next big expansion will be a big building right here. That's going to be a few years. We don't need that yet. Yeah, we're busy. We're not that busy. Partly because the guesstimated cost on that is going to be many hundreds of thousands of dollars versus this little project is much less than $100,000. Anyway, that's it for the day. Tomorrow we've got some stuff going on. I actually am hiring my brother-in-law to help out with the website. So he's going to start working on that tomorrow. Rachel will be here. She's going to be working with him on the website. And I guess that's about it. So I think I'm going to go home before 6. Oh my God. I'm going to actually get to see my family. So I will see you guys tomorrow and we will keep working on some of these cars. Okay. It's like 1 something? Oh shit, it's almost 2 o'clock. Well, today's going really fast. Moved the silver car from over there to over here. Got the panels off. Did its check-in inspection. Getting that done. We moved the 430 that was on that lift over here because it's next to get converted. So got it out of the way. We moved John's 458, the black car, onto that lift so we can get the transmission out because that's going to take like a month or 2 or weeks, I guess, let's say optimistically. So we wanted to get the transmission out and get it shipped out because, yeah, then once the trans is out, we'll just push it in the corner and let it sit. So that's something we'll work on probably next week, maybe. I don't know. So that car over there, next in line to get conversion. This car, all done. Done. Drove it again. Drives great. Detailer's coming. He should be washing this thing in the next hour or 2. So, nice. And then I think I told you guys we actually ended up making a deal to sell this car. So I'm working on the paperwork for that, or at least I have paperwork sent out. Just waiting for people to sign it. And then that's done. Yeah. Jeez. What else? I don't know. That's it for now. Okay, it's like 6 o'clock. Everyone's gone for the day. I need to pull the cars back inside. You can see a big gaping hole where the cars were sitting outside. So one of them was just getting washed and stuff, detailed, because it's the yellow 430 that we did the transaction on. So it got finished, got converted, test drove it, did all that jazz, and sold it. So wanted to get it cleaned, got it filled up with gas, got it all prepped, ready to go. But tomorrow will be interesting. Tomorrow I'm going to, believe it or not, Meg might be here. So yeah, Meg's got the next 2 days off. I might take Friday off, maybe, or at least part of Friday off, because it's my kid's birthday. So, one of those red bastards. All right, I am going to get out of here. Been here too long. Woo, he's coming close. He is active. Well, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning, and we'll get more stuff done. Well, good morning, YouTube. It's Thursday, July 30th. Yeah. All right. So we got the Thursday Night Live tonight on Normal Guy Premium. It's going to be awesome. Join us. Talk about cars. Talk about the current Ferrari market. Talk about stuff. And I have a consultation call this morning, and then I have another call at 2, and then I have a meeting with our accountants at 4, and somewhere in there I'm going to try and film a review of the Rolls-Royce, and Megan's going to come try and film a review of the Rolls-Royce. So that's why I'm in early. No one's even here yet. I am here so I can get some work done, get some other work done before I have to do that work. So that's, yeah. Stuff like that happens occasionally. You just gotta, like, you know, do stuff. We are supposed to get a car delivered tomorrow. No, tomorrow or I guess it'd be Saturday, which no one's here on Saturday, so I don't know. We'll figure it out. And I did see some cars last night online that I might try and buy today. So I'm actually gonna go look at those first thing, maybe make some offers, although people probably aren't even awake yet, so who knows. Anywho, oh, the white car is basically all done and cleaned up. We just are waiting on the struts. So as soon as those struts get here, the car's done. So I'm gonna send him a text this morning, let him know, hey, the car's done, just waiting on the struts, and then, you know, ready to go. They'll probably get started on that car today, although actually maybe they're gonna work on John's car. We gotta get that trans out because, like I said, it's gonna take a couple weeks for it to get fixed. So we just want to get the trans out, get it shipped out, and then push it in the corner. That way we can keep working on some other stuff, conversions and whatever. Got that car inspected, so that's all set. We need to send the ROs out for approval on that one, and that's about it for now. I'm gonna work before everyone gets here while it's peace and quiet. Okay, YouTube, we decided to do something we never get to do. We all went to lunch. And Josh was our chauffeur.
In the roll.
In the roller. I will say, that is a damn comfortable car. It is ridiculously comfortable. Well, they already delivered our AC for the building out front. Actually, I should show you what's going on. We got some progress. The building out front's making some progress, and the little side building's making progress. So, got some of the electrical stuff that we need. Oh, it's so bright. So, out here, we're having them knock out the interior wall and then expand out the shop to the full roof line of it. So check this out. There used to be a wall on that beam right there. So this used to be the dividing wall right there. But now we're pushing it out to here. So way more space. We can actually fit way more stuff in here, which is awesome. So we got better storage. And we'll obviously get better locks and stuff. Oh. Wind's catching that door. So then, besides this, all this crap, we have, yeah, I can see they cut out a bunch of metal and shit. Don't need to fall into that crazy thing. Don't, yeah, whatever. Stupid weird shit. Alright, so the front building, not much has changed, I think, since the last time I showed you, but we did get the AC unit delivered, which they didn't even tell us they were delivering it. It just showed up. We're like, huh, AC unit's here. But check it out. Got AC unit. They're getting all that stuff off. They're gonna eventually spray foam everything. So nice. We got us a big old 24,000 BTU ACU. Same one that we have in the shop inside. We have 4 of these. So I think one should be plenty for this. It's a much smaller space. Well, good morning, YouTube. It is Friday, July 31st. It's my son's birthday. And it's 6 o'clock in the morning. So why am I at the shop at 6 o'clock in the morning? Well, if you've seen the other video, in that video, you'll see that I am buying a car for me. How awesome is that? I am so excited. So I'm here super early because the seller can only meet at 9 a.m. and I was so excited I could not sleep. I've been up since 3:30. This is awesome. So anyway, I didn't finish up anything yesterday because Meg got here. We did the review of the Rolls Royce, and then that was it. We had a meeting at 4 o'clock with our accountant, so had to run out of time, and I just didn't have time to film. So anyway, super early in the morning. It's dark 30. Sun's not even up yet. Full moon. But yeah, buddy, we're gonna be buying my old car back. I'm so stoked. So anyway, go watch that video. I'm gonna start filming that. Yeah, today is an exciting day. Man, I'm excited. Oh, jeez. This is so awesome. So very awesome. All right, YouTube, went and got my old 458 back, and Josh picked up a Mercedes something. I don't even know what it is. SL, CL, or V12. And not right now, but eventually, yes. It looks really cool. I like it, actually, and the interior is pretty cool. And apparently these are really fast and cool and powerful, and V12. That's pretty sweet. They did do a lot of work on the shed, so thought we should take a look at that. And I enclosed it mostly, I guess. And maybe it's all the way enclosed. Oh, look at that. It's basically all enclosed. Hey! All right. Enclosed enough that, like, you know, people can't get in. Animals, yes. People, no. Good enough. So now I got a place to store stuff, so that's good. I should probably shut this door. All right. Front building, no real changes there. But tomorrow is our first Saturday meet. As you know, we have a meet the first Saturday of every month, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. here at the stub. So we'll be back here tomorrow. I'll try and film some stuff. So yeah, we'll talk then. Oh, I totally forgot. Randy got the transmission out on this 458. So the E-diff is messed up on that transmission. So we actually found a place that will replace it, I guess, right?
They're gonna do the full rebuild with all the sensors.
Right, full rebuild, but replace the E-diff as well, which you usually don't have to do. But
apparently, from what he told me, and this is just from what I remember, there's something in there on the older style 2010s, 2011s. They have some pin that breaks or something. On the newer ones, they upgraded it to a different one, but on the older ones, they break, and so when you turn, it makes this weird like
chatter,
sound.
Well, and it was doing this weird chatter. So trans is out. It's packaged up on a pallet. We're gonna have to ship this sucker out. So we got a company that's gonna do all that work for us. Honestly, eventually we'll probably figure out how to do that, but we're just so packed. We're so slammed for work that we didn't want to have to learn how to do that right now. I think Randy can do that.
We wanted to do it.
Yeah, I know. Right.
We didn't want to do it.
Yeah. The company didn't want to do it.
It's a DSG. It's a transaxle. It's just a slightly different variant than like all the stuff.
I was like, you've already basically played with that, right? Looks pretty familiar.
Like all the S4s, S5s, all the 3-liter supercharged stuff ran a Getrag DSG. Just a different layout.
Yeah.
Instead of a transaxle, it's like quattro driveline.
Yeah.
The
Same thing.
Audis never seem to have problems with the transmission.
Oh, we had the same.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
they didn't have the differential problem with the like.
But they still had the speed sensor and
We
the.
definitely had different electronic sensor issues.
Yeah.
Not where you had to split the cases and all the good stuff.
Fun. Well, if that happens to you, if you got one of these DCTs and it starts being wonky, we can help you out. So, yeah, reach out to us if you need that. But I guess that's it for today. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. We'll be playing with some cars and seeing friends. It'll be awesome. Well, good morning, YouTube. It's Saturday, August 1st. Oh, God, it's already August. Well, it's early in the morning. No one's here yet, but we have our first Saturday meet, and I finally, proudly, have been able to bring a car to it. So here is my 458. Yes, it is back. It's back, baby. We're back in business. How I've missed this car. Yes, so good. So good. Oh, yeah. I'm so very, very pleased to see this car back in action. And it looks good. It's in good shape. It needs a few small things. We got to fix some stuff. But hey, that's just content you guys will get to enjoy. So we'll be fixing some stuff. But I'm going to chill in the AC because it's humid. Super humid. I mean, it is August after all. In Texas. So let's sit in the air conditioning until people get here and we'll decide if we want to open the doors or not. But honestly, I think I want to sit in the air conditioning today. It sucks out there. All right, it's quite the full house. We don't really have much parking available now, but that's good. So really good Saturday turnout. Lots of good people, lots of awesome cars. So again, join us first Saturday of every month, 9 to noon. All right, the party's over. It started raining actually, just a little. Of course, oh yeah. Well, you may remember Stu. Actually, Stu dropped off his 360. It is a sad day. He is selling it after owning it for almost 14 years. So, yeah. That'll be for sale on the website. We'll take pictures of it. So you'll probably see a short on that the next few days before this video comes out. But that's it for this week. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Go to normalguysupercar.com and ngsupercars.com, our websites. We appreciate all of your support. You guys are so very awesome. We'll see you in the next video. We're going to be doing a lot of cool car stuff. You're going to want to stay tuned. It's going to be sweet.